bin's wieder, Kesuna Haram, hier mit meinem Let's Play von... Jetzt hab ich doch glatt den Titel des Spiels vergessen! Wow! Ace Attorney Investigations Prosecutor's Path. So. Das habe ich beim letzten Mal gemacht. Sorry, bin durcheinander. Bin gerade aufgestanden und sowas und... Naja, jetzt weiß ich wieder an etwas. Kroko. Was gucke ich mir denn zuerst an? Sind das Medikamenten? Ah, there's a poster of Mr. Albert on the wall. And what's this next to it? Is this his weight loss target? He was a former boxer. He probably continued with his weight management. It seems he also takes various protein supplements. Muscle protein, hustle protein, weight loss protein, nothing but protein! Which weight class was he aiming for? So. Er hat sich zugedröhnt mit Zeug. This sandbag shows signs of repeat... Sag mal, Hund, unterbrich mich doch nicht! Haha, you want a box too, Missile? Haha, look at him go! It can't be. Detective, move the sandbag at once! Yes, sir! A hole! This is... Ach! Wollte er abhauen? Hey, mister, come back here! I'm going to! Hold it! Oh, stop them, sir! Oh, it's too tight for me, sir! Detective! It can't be helped. I'll have to wait for her to contact me. Scheiße. Come on. Hello, Kay, are you alright? Don't get so worked up! Right now, I'm in the detention center! The detention center? That hole comes out at Knightley's cell! Ach nee. Oh! Das stellt dann wieder einen neuen Verdächtigen zur Schau. Albert der Mörder? Really? Stay where you are. I'm coming over there now. Surprise, but Sex? Aber von wo kommen die wieder raus? 28. März, 5:04 Uhr, Detention Center Holding Cell. Kay! Mr. Edgeworth! I really helped out, didn't I? Indeed. She doesn't appear to be injured. The floorboards have been ripped out from under the bed, sir. I see. Von dort aus ist dann Dings. Das könnte echt die Möglichkeit für das Tier gewesen sein, über diesen Durchgang dann zu Knightley zu gelangen und um ihn dann umzubringen. Und über diesen Weg ist er dann wieder zurückgeklettert. Ja. Im Moment steht echt der Verdacht auf Dings. Albert und dass er seinen kleinen Eisbären Rocky dazu getrieben hat, den umzubringen. Aber wie gesagt, es ist ein Eisbär. Er müsste jetzt erstmal nur an dieses eine Zeug von Sowit kommen, um ihn dann schwarz zu färben. So gesehen, die Statur würde passen, also von diesem kleinen Bären. It seems we found what we were looking for. The passageway between the detention center and prison is blocked by solid doors. However, there was a secret underground tunnel beneath it. We were following a sweet scent and arrived here. That means the scent must have come from Knightley's body. Okay. Ein kleines Update. Light instantly. There are small bruises on his has a sweet scent. Come to think of it, his body was covered in dirt. It may have been caused by passing through the tunnel. Kate, what was the inside of the tunnel like?
It was pitch black, so I really couldn't see much, but I took some photos.
Please show us. This is... spoons and forks. Were these used to dig the tunnel? But more importantly, what are these footprints? These footprints, could they belong to a dog? Nein. Oder? Nö. This will surely be vital evidence. However, before we consider that, we have a big problem. A problem? J. Albert could use this tunnel to move around freely. Detective, confirm his whereabouts post-haste. Perhaps he's... You may be right, sir! This is a big deal! After speaking with the guards, the search for J. Albert was carried out immediately. They searched every nook and cranny of the detention center and the prison. But in the end, they found no sign of him. Jetzt sag mir nicht, das abgehauen. Oh, come on! 28. März, 5:34 Uhr, Detention Center Hallway. Did you contact the police? Yes, ma'am. We've already done that. We've set up a security perimeter around the prison, ma'am. Right. This is the first scandal in our prison's history. We're so sorry! She's completely different from before. Mr. Edgeworth, was it? Thank you for finding the escape piece tunnel. But it's a little too late. Mr. Albert has long since left here. I don't believe he has gone beyond the detention center. There are security gates located at the exit of the detention center. I believe it would have been difficult to get through those, wouldn't you agree? Maybe he has another tunnel. We certainly can't deny that possibility. However, anyway, there's no use in you being here now. Please return to your investigation. Yes, we'll do that. You guys get back to your posts too. Yes, ma'am! Detective Gumshoe, sir! We've got the results of that blood test you requested. Good work, pal! These are the forensic results of the bloodstain found in Knightley's cell.
So, what's it say, Mr. Edgeworth?
The blood is confirmed to have been Knightley's. Jawohl, ja! Sauber, haben wir uns doch schon gleich gedacht. Hey now, that's good news. We found the bloodstain in Knightley's cell and discovered the tunnel the dog used. Furthermore, the security camera shows footage of a dog attacking Knightley in his cell. We have all the evidence we need. It's time we ask Dogen a few questions. Dogen, did you say? Please use utmost caution. That man even has henchmen outside of the prison. Outside of the prison? Is this related to his secret trade routes as the supplier? The police have been searching for Dogen's henchmen for ages. I've also been helping them, but... So that means back then. So, he still won't talk? Even after all the trouble you went through to get the evidence transferred from the precinct? That's right. I don't know how many times I've tried. I can't report back empty-handed. That assassin sure is one tough cookie, huh? You had evidence transferred from the precinct? Yes, we borrowed all the evidence concerning Dogen. I've been interrogating him personally in my office, but no matter how much evidence we have on him, we can't get a single word out of him. The warden interrogates him herself? Why go that far? Der muss halt irgendetwas haben. Irgendetwas, was wichtig ist. Lose your focus and he'll eat you alive. Be on your guard. Whoa, you've made Uncle Ray a little nervous. Erstmal wieder schön verbeugen. Oh, da stehen sie alle. Und auch The Best und Courtney. Ah, ihr zwei. Ich rate dir, The Best, halt bloß dein Maul. 28. März, 5:55 Uhr, Prison, Special Cell. Judge Courtney, what are you doing here? Questioning a prisoner. Did you forget that we're investigating as well? Or rather, have you forgotten my warning? If you value your badge, you should not have appeared before me again. I'm sorry if you thought that I would abide by those words. I won't overlook something important just to heed your warning. I've come for testimony about the truth of this case, which you have overlooked. You mean to say you require my humble services? As I promised, I've returned to prove that you are the culprit. Interesting. Do tell. Before that, you should first listen to our reasoning. You can say with confidence that Simon Keyes is the culprit. Only Simon Keyes could have moved Mr. Knightley into the prison. And we can show proof of this fact. But first, I'd like to hear your resolve, Prosecutor Edgeworth. If your reasoning is correct, will you submit it to us? Your prosecutor's badge. Eep! You'll deprive him of his badge? Is that a threat, pal? No, it's not a threat. Rather, an act of compassion. Normally, I wouldn't even have taken notice of you, since you have no rights to investigate. However, if you are able to show proper resolve, I would be willing to let you be my opponent. Are you willing to risk it? Or prosecutor's badge?
Mr. Edgeworth!
Mr. Edgeworth, sir! Very well. I trust my own reasoning, but moreover, at the moment I'm currently a defense attorney's assistant first and a prosecutor second. I will not sully the good name of the Edgeworth Law Office. Wow. Edgy, du bist super! I intend to see my job through. I won't yield to your threats. So be it. Is this bravery or simply foolishness? On the goddess of law's behalf, I shall be the judge of that. Sebastian, allow me to. Yeah, I got it. I'm counting on you, Justine. Oha. Geistiges Kräftemessen mit Courtney. Oh Gott, jetzt bin ich mal gespannt, was du drauf hast. I presume you know of the incident Mr. Knightley caused the day before yesterday. He attacked a guard and stole his keys. Afterwards, Simon Keyes stopped by his cell with an animal cage from the show. During this time, Mr. Knightley was able to use the stolen key to exit his cell. He then hid the cage while it was moved to the prison workroom. So, Mr. Keyes went to his cell after all. After hearing you talk about the security camera yesterday, we investigated it ourselves. Why don't you have a look? I have here a printout of the security camera footage. This is the moment when Mr. Keyes visited Knightley. Exactly. As you can see, the cage creates a huge blind spot in the cell. By using this blind spot, Mr. Knightley could have entered the cage. That is our reasoning. A blind spot. That means the camera doesn't actually show him entering the cage. At this time, there is still the possibility that Knightley never left his cell.
But why would he be hiding inside an animal cage?
Mr. Knightley was planning to escape from prison. That is the only possibility.
A prison escape? That's so cool! First Mr. Albert and now Mr. Knightley. I won't let them show me up.
Okay, this isn't the time to get excited. J. Albert's escape is no laughing matter. Simon Keyes was aiding Mr. Knightley in his escape. In other words, he was an accomplice.
Not bad, Simon. Sieh mal, du Spast!
Don't praise him! That cage was transported temporarily to the workroom. Originally, Mr. Knightley was to remain hidden until the end of the animal show. He would then be carried out along with the cage. I presume that was the plan. However, midway through the plan, he was betrayed by Simon Keyes and murdered. Judge Courtney's reasoning does appear to make sense. However, there must be a hole somewhere. I must not overlook anything. Na gut. Dann wollen wir mal.
Entkräftung!
Movement to the prison. Okay. Ja. Deswegen. Do you have proof Knightley stole the keys? Is this the only explanation as to why Mr. Knightley would have attacked the guard? We will know for certain the moment the guard regains consciousness. Is that really true? Should I ask Judge Courtney for more information? Ja, komm. Vielleicht verhaspelt sie sich irgendwo und dann können wir ihr was entgegenschmeißen. There is one point in your reasoning that is odd. If Knightley did indeed steal the key, I'd expect he'd try to escape immediately. Was it really necessary for him to wait for Mr. Keyes to help him escape? He simply chose the method with the highest probability of success. After stealing the key, he concealed it on his personage. As he waited for the opportune moment. That is what I believe. He concealed the key? Judge Courtney, such an oversight is unlike you. Knightley could not have concealed the key, and I can prove it. Knightley did not hide the key, and the proof is... Mal sehen... Ah, hier! Das sind ja die Schlüssel. The key to Knightley's cell was stolen. Current location unknown. Ja, guck mal. Haven't the guards informed you yet? They searched Knightley after he attacked the guard and the key was nowhere to be found. Since the key's location is unknown, your logic doesn't hold. That is not an issue. There is an explanation. Mr. Knightley had the key. It simply wasn't found. The reason being, he concealed it inside the chessboard. The chessboard? You mean the one that concealed the murder weapon? Come now, how do we know whether or not the murder weapon was really there?
What? Take some responsibility for your own words!
That was all Sebastian's idea after all.
Oh, Alter! But, wow.
So those two don't always agree on their reasoning.
Würde mich auch wundern. Courtney, dies scheint mir echt ein schlaues Köpfchen zu sein. Nur der Beste ist ein Idiot.
In other words, once we put all the pieces together, Mr. Knightley concealed the key he stole from the guard inside the chessboard. When Simon Keyes arrived, Mr. Knightley used the key to slip out of his cell. He entered the animal cage and was transported to the workroom. All thanks to his accomplice, Simon Keyes. Mr. Knightley had planned to be carried outside after the show had ended. However, he was betrayed by his accomplice and murdered during the circus performance.
Mr. Keyes performed in the show. He would have no opportunity to murder him during the circus performance.
No opportunity? Is that so? A story plays itself out on the stage, and such was the case with the animal show. So she examined the content of the show. The suspect plays the role of the villain who antagonizes the elephant heroine. In the final act, the villain is defeated by the heroine's love and all ends well. At that point, the suspect in the role of the villain is blown away by the heroine's burning love and makes his exit. Blown away by the elephant?
Was he hurt?
After being blown away, the suspect disappeared from the stage. The suspect was absent from the stage for about 15 minutes.
Are you saying the crime was committed during that time?
Even in such a short period of time, it would still be possible to carry out the murder. Don't you think so?
So, he committed the crime in 50 minutes and he returned to the stage. That may have been possible, if the crime scene had been the prison. Stimmt, wir können ja jetzt was anderes widerlegen, da war doch was. Judge Courtney, the actual crime took place in the detention center. I'm afraid I cannot accept that camera footage alone as evidence. As for evidence, I have it.
Well then, please show us your evidence.
Where is the evidence that shows the scene of the crime was the detention center? Ja, das gerade eben analysierte Blut.
This is the floor? Oh, goddess of law, I'm unable to comprehend your mysterious ways.
This is what we discovered. The area here was tested positive for Mr. Knightley's blood.
This blood test, can it really be trusted? To begin with, how were you able to conduct a scientific investigation?
I happen to have a subordinate. I can't vouch for his competence, but he is a man that I trust. Oh, Gumshoe.
That detective? This concerns me. I cannot think why one would disturb the order of law. The Prosecutorial Investigation Committee's influence goes as far as the police department.
Tell me, trouble!
Forgive me, Detective. I'm afraid something bad may come of this. I will accept the fact that blood was found at the detention center as evidence. However... How ridiculous! This is unthinkable of you, you third-rate prosecutor! Mr. DePest, you're here? I'd completely forgotten about him. Ich wünschte, ich könnte ihn vergessen! There's a giant contradiction in your statement. According to the security tape, a dog killed Knightley in his cell. Then, after you left the cell, the blood on the floor was wiped away.
Ah!
Did the dog wipe away the blood stains? As if that could happen. That is possible. Of my Anubis, right, boy?
Ah!
That was one of the tricks I taught him when I was still in the outside world. Echt? Hat seinem Hund beigebracht, Spuren zu verwischen? Alter, der Kerl! He makes sure to hide away any bloodstains he makes. So as not to leave behind any evidence. Na, jetzt hast du Schiss, wa? I was saved, if only by chance. Shouldn't you have taught your dog to shake or something? Anubis also performs the trick very well. But the shake I taught him is a little different from others. Alter, wir wollen nicht wissen, was für Mordtechniken du deinem Hund beigebracht hast. Danke! First, he bites the victim's hand.
Stop! 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 I don't want to hear anymore!
I see. I understand. Prosecutor Edgeworth, it appears you've gathered a good hand. I'm glad you're... Meine Fresse, hör auf, uns ständig zu unterbrechen, du! Nase! My argument isn't over yet! Objection overruled. Danke, Courtney! Hey, now, that's a little harsh. Sebastian, would you allow me the privilege of explaining? Sure, Justine. Do you finally realize? The murder occurred at the detention center. Therefore, that assassin's pet dog... My opinion has not changed. Unless I can understand how the dog was able to enter and leave the crime scene. I'm afraid I cannot accept your logic, Prosecutor Edgeworth. I've been waiting for you to say that. Now, let me show you. The evidence shows the route the dog used to go between the detention center and prison. Ja, bevor wir diesen Beweis mal präsentieren, wird's, glaube ich, an der Zeit, mal den Part zu beenden. Egal ob positiv oder negativ, Bewertung immer gern gesehen, das war's von meiner Seite. Wir sehen uns das nächste Mal wieder. So, guys.